Okay, audio is on, speakers are on. You guys should be hearing the audio. I am good here. Good. Let's just see if this takes off. Oh, I have to just do the Twitter and the truth really fast. The Twitter and the truth. Let's do the Twitter. And let's do the truth. TR. Truth Social. Send that on over. Okay, I'm dumber now for reading that. That is what happens to me, is I read things and I feel dumber after I'm done reading them. And I know I probably shouldn't have read it. NYNEB3, are you trading? Mikey Hernandez, good morning. I'm a hodler, which means I try to buy when the markets are super low and then I just hold on. So I don't sell, and I'll tell you why I don't sell NYNEB3. I don't sell because every time I sell crypto, I'd have to pay taxes on it. And if I hold on to it, it could keep making me more and more value. And then when I finally do need it in the future, well, then I can cash in what I need and leave the rest in. But I'm not a trader. I don't trade. I don't day trade. I don't swing trade. I don't do any of that. I just buy when I see it's low and hold on to my I treat it like a piggy bank. A lot of people are in and out, and they pay taxes on those purchases. They pay fees. You know, they trade with a platform that gives them almost no fees, so they can do that. But I don't have the constitution for trading. I don't have the time for it either. And I don't have the patience for it. And I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose a whole bunch of money by getting shit wrong. Mikey Hernandez, hello, man. MDub39, hello, over there on the IG. Thank you, NYNEB. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Bitter. Hey, Crispy. Hey, Daniel. Hey, everybody. Yeah. So, my whole philosophy behind it is to use it as a store of value. As I said, a piggy bank. In other words, instead of letting my money sit in the bank and making, a very low percentage, 0.05 is what my previous bank was giving, which is, not even a half of a percentage point, 0.05, or maybe it's a half of a point. Yeah. Whatever it was horrible. And I wasn't making any money for letting my money sit in there. And if I ever wrote a check and bounced it, I was getting charged for overdrafts and all kinds of charges for keeping my money there. I'm like, hey, good, Joel. I'm so glad that you got notified. It's so much better to just leave it in crypto for me. It works for me. And then I don't have to worry about all the other intricacies of banking. And I get a much higher return on APY with my various cryptos that I've purchased. One of them that's doing really high is Atom over on Coinbase. Dude, they're giving I can't remember. It's some crazy percentage on it. I think it's 9% or something. Might even be more. It might be in the double digits. This 42 grand, did you get there by letting stay for the long run in crypto? Dude, no, that's the price of Bitcoin. That's not how much money I have in crypto. This 42 grand. I love the question, bro. I love you already. No, that's where Bitcoin, that's the value of Bitcoin right now, 42,053. Did you get there by letting stay for the long run in the crypto? No. I didn't make any money with crypto, really. I haven't made a lot of money with crypto. I mean, yeah, I've pulled some money out. I've made, I pulled some out, but I wouldn't say it was really at a massive gain. I put money in and I pulled it out when I was first starting, thinking I was supposed to pull out profit because I listened to idiots like BitBoy Crypto who said, you have to pull profit if you're going to do this or you'll lose it all. And I thought to myself, but as soon as I pull the profit, number one, I pay taxes on it. Number two, I only get 2/3 of it out. Number three, it's not going up in value once I pull it out. It's not going up in value anymore. It's just sitting there in the bank, not making me any money. So why would I pull profit if it's profiting me more to leave it sitting in crypto? I'll show you what I got sitting in there. This is an estimation. It's not accurate. It's off by about $150,000. But I've got roughly, I'm guessing here, about 400,000 or 380 or something like that in crypto right now. I've got something like that. It might be a little less. But this is the tracker, and I had a company steal $100,000 from me, so it's already $100,000 off based on that. And the interest that made, which was $60,000, yeah, that's also included in this. So there's an extra $160,000 you have to delete from this value to know what I really have. But then this month or next month, they're supposed to give me like some of that back, and I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, if your profit can gain profit, why pull it out? Exactly. If you don't need the cash to go buy something, if you don't need it for rent or to pay a bill or whatever, leave it in there, right? I mean, if you think the whole market, and this is all opinion, guys, okay? If you think the market's going to crash, then pull all the profit. And you might be right, and the whole market could go to zero. It could definitely happen. And if you feel that, if you have that fear, well, you could totally do that. Me, I've got income. Every month I make money. I got money coming in from my investments. So even if the market goes to zero and all my $500,000 of crypto goes to zero, I still have income and I can still make my bills and pay what I have to pay and do all that. So for me, it's like almost zero risk, almost. For most other people, it's not. And you have to treat it differently. See, I have that ability to where I can treat it a little lackadaisically, compared to others. Yeah, right? I must have money coming out of my ass. What's a good investment for a 21-year-old? Buy Bitcoin. By the time you're 30, man, that Bitcoin's going to be worth maybe 10 times as much or more. Now, I take a higher risk crypto. It's called Harmony. 1-ONE are the numbers on it. ONE. It's hard to find, but if you can buy it, it has a potential to exponentially increase while Bitcoin goes up. So I'm invested most of my money in Bitcoin and a good chunk of it in Harmony. And then I've got some in Cardano, Ethereum, Polygon Matic, Atom. Solana's a good one. I got Solana. I've got another one called Synthetics. There's another one called Polkadot that I like. And there's a few. Rascal. Kitten. Rascal. 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 He's like, where is he? Rascal. So cute. So, but anyway, like I said, that's not how much money I have in crypto, but it would have been had I not been ripped off by Celsius. But, the tracking is already set in stone, basically. And I don't know which money I put into Celsius and which money I didn't. So there's no way to really organize that. But this is just the price of Bitcoin. Now, if you want to see how much roughly I have in Bitcoin, we can click on my Bitcoin purse. And it says, give or take in Bitcoin. Now, this isn't accurate completely, but it says I've got 358,000 in just Bitcoin. But if you look at the amount of Bitcoin that is, it says, why doesn't it say that? It doesn't say how much Bitcoin that is. I guess I got to do this. No. Click on it. No. That's weird. Oh, there it is. It's right there. It's right next to it. 8.5. So I don't have 8.5 Bitcoins. I've got, I think, 7.2 Bitcoins. So I'm working to get to that 8.5 because when I get to 8.5, that's how much it'll be worth. But I'm a Bitcoin under. So subtract 40,000 from that number and, I've got 300,000 in Bitcoin over, which is great. So I do know a little bit about it, not an expert, but because I have income, this style of hodling works really well for me. And it's going to be different for everyone depending on your... Yeah, Vegas guy, welcome to my block list. You don't... forever. You don't get to come in here and leave links. You don't even socialize with us. You're not welcome here. I hate people like you. Come in, join my show. We'll take your links after you fucking give me a couple of chats, and say hello and good morning and get to know people for, a while. Then you can drop one of your links. Otherwise, fuck you. Nobody can see your link. It's blocked. You're blocked. Don't come back. What's good investment for a 21-year? Likes your investments. Okay, that's crazy. My cash card makes me more Bitcoin than Bitcoin itself. Each purchase I save and get paid a little Bitcoin. Don't have to worry about the market. That's cool. So Tula's getting a little bit of Bitcoin. They call that dollar cost averaging. It means you don't even look at the price. You just keep buying it, keep buying it, keep buying it. Because once you have that one Bitcoin's going to be worth, they're saying $1 million. There's plenty of people who will tell you Bitcoin could go up to $1 billion. One Bitcoin could be worth $1 billion. Imagine that. If you just were like Tula and you were buying a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and then eventually she adds up to one whole Bitcoin, and that Bitcoin goes up to 100 grand, she's going to have 100 grand no matter what she paid for it. And I guarantee you she didn't pay 100 grand for it. So she's going to make some money. I went to an AA meeting tonight and still sober. Joel, I'm so proud of you. I support you 1,000,000%. And if you ever want to come in here and talk about your alcoholism, bro, you're more than welcome to do that. I support you 1,000% in going to an AA meeting, bro. I can't even imagine what it's like to be addicted to alcohol. I've been addicted to cocaine, and so I know what it's like to be addicted to something that's literally killing you. I know what that feels like. Cigarettes, same thing. It was killing me, and I couldn't stop doing it. I didn't want to stop, and I know what that feels like. It feels powerless. You feel helpless. And, man, to feel that empowerment, once you quit, bro, nothing feels as good. Especially once your life turns around, you realize you're not dumping money into the alcohol or the cigarettes or whatever was killing you. You're not paying extra for medical, problems that you might be coming up. Believe me, this shit causes medical problems. You might not realize it, but you'll have them along the way. Were you earning any cash when you were 21 years old? Oh, yeah, bro. I started working when I was 13 years old, bro. When I was 13, I was cutting lawns. My father bought me a lawnmower. He told me it was an investment. It was a birthday present. And I thought, what a shitty fucking birthday present. You really, Dad? You bought me a fucking lawnmower? Well, for my 14th birthday, he bought me a guitar. And that changed, and that made me love him again. But, I took that lawnmower and I started cutting lawns. My buddy down the street, he had a riding mower. So we would go together, and he would take his riding mower and I would take my little push mower. And we would, I'd do all the small areas. I would do around the little, and he would do all the big stuff. And we would get paid. It was cool. And then I did lawns on my own. And then I eventually was like, it's so hot and sweaty. Here I am mowing somebody's yard, and I'm watching this dude while I'm mowing his yard, and he's washing his car, and he's got water everywhere. He's all cool, and I'm all hot and sweaty. And I'm like, that guy's making way more money detailing a car than I'm making cutting this yard. And he's in the water, and he's cool, and he gets to drive the car around too, maybe. I was like, what am I doing? So I immediately started cleaning cars. By the time I was late 14, I'm already detailing cars for my family. 15, I'm detailing everybody's cars. 16 years old, people are bringing their cars to me. I'm detailing. I went crazy. I went to a car wash, worked as a detailer. I got into it, and I loved it. And I made friends that were in the industry. To this day, I still have friends in the car cleaning industry. My friends at Car Chem Products. So, there's nothing to stop you from working except your own laziness. If you're 21 and you're not making money, man, what are you doing? I was 14, I was 13 making money. Anybody can do that. You can babysit, you can walk dogs. People, you could go to someone and say, hey, man, you want someone to wash your dishes? You need me to take you somewhere? You need something at the store? Blah, blah, blah. You can run errands for people. You can, there's all kinds of jobs you don't need licensing or any of that shit for, and you can just make money. And people will pay you under the table. No tax. Okay, so let's get ready for a dab. I don't have anything I really want to scream too loud about this morning. We all know what's going on. There's no mysteries here, right? Everybody's good. We're all caught up on current events. Bitcoin fell back under 42 while we weren't paying attention to it. Bose, you live in Kenya? Right on, dude. Well, that sounds like a great job, man. Do they pay you hourly? Are you manufacturing stuff for them in like a how much are they paying you in Kenya to do skilled labor? I'm assuming you're doing skilled labor, right? You're assembling stuff? Let me know, man. I'm really curious about that. I wonder what's going on in Kenya. Let's take the temperature of Kenya, see what's going on. Dude, again, really? I've got more on here. I really have to clean this off, man, or it just drives me crazy. Dude, do you know the minimum wage in this country is still $7.50? They pay you $2,000 a month in Kenya? Dude, that's awesome. Oh, wait. $200 for a month of labor? That's horrible. Oh, that's horrible. But in Kenya, it's probably all you can get. But look at Bose, everybody. Look at the American corporation Bose taking advantage of the cheap labor in Kenya. Everyone look at that and understand how evil American corporations are. Look at that. You know, they got this. What are you making, hearing aids, bro? For Bose, are you assembling hearing aids? I bet he's making hearing aids. What are you assembling, bro? You know, they got that new Bose advertisement for the hearing aids. And they're talking about how, oh, ours are great, Bose sound, and blah, blah, blah. I bet he's making hearing aids. Anyway, here, this is crazy conversation. Kenya. It's painstaking, but it's so worth it. Every drop, man. It's so worth it to have the triage oil. Boom. One drop. That was only one drop on that whole dabber, I think, that I could really reclaim. Are you doing the headphones? You're making $2,100 a month on government benefits in Australia. It's not much, but we survive. Hopefully soon I want to try earning from streaming as a side hustle. Well, you should definitely do that. And I'm sure people would be interested to see what you have going on in Kenya. You know? Because I don't think a lot of people really broadcast from there. Okay, let's clean this off now. Here we go. I like this to be nice and clean. It makes my dabbing experience so much more enjoyable. Look how pretty it is outside, everybody. It's pretty out there, right? Okay, hey hippie chick. Okay, so hopefully soon I want to try earning from. Okay, cool. So nobody on the IG. Cool. We got all the chats are all caught. Baba Blue Jaws, what's up? So glad you could make it to a show. Hello, hello, hello. Let's refresh that chat. We're all caught up there. Let's see how many people are here. Oh, wow. Wow, 5 people across all the other channels, but 35 watching on Rumble. That makes 40. 40 viewers, guys. Thank you to all 40 of you If there was a way to prove that, man, I would be so happy. If there was a way to prove that there were actually 40 people tuned into this show. Hello, everybody. So that is a huge dab. And it's going to be tasty delicious. $41,986. Heavy Pat PD! What's up, buddy? Okay, let's see. In the middle of moving. Oh, where are you moving, bro? Far? Far or close? 994? 985. Unreal. Sell off. People be selling it off. We saw a big inverse head and shoulders last night, though, right? So we should be moving up. Okay, our time is 23:33. I like that. 2333. I like that. You remember your first experience with NYNEB? We call it cannabis, and I'll tell you why. The word weed, when you look it up in the dictionary, it means useless plant. And cannabis has a use, so that's a lie. When you call cannabis weed, that's literally a lie. It does have uses. It's got a lot of uses. So we call it cannabis. All the other words that people like to use are racist. And then the word weed is just, it's an affront to what cannabis does for people. Do I remember my first experience? Oh yeah, bro. I remember my first bong hit. And it was a bong hit. First time I smoked was through a bong. Yeah, there's a video on YouTube about it. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody, in 3 seconds. 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Cheers. No, you call it that because you want to call it that. You call it what you want to call it. It's not we, it's you. You know, you aren't a colony. You're a human being. You're an individual. And if you choose to call it cannabis, you can call it cannabis too. And I'll tell you who calls it weed. People that don't understand the definition behind the word weed. That's who calls it weed. Because if you understood that it meant, oh, it's a useless plant, and you loved cannabis as much as I do, you wouldn't want to call it that. It's disrespectful. Whether it's legal or illegal in wherever you live, that has nothing to do with the fact that it's not useless. Right? Break the bonds. Break the bonds of indoctrination, bro. They're imprisoning your brain. You don't even realize it. But we're here to clear that up for you. Yeah, I've been smoking cannabis for longer than you've been alive. Think about that. You have to transcend the ignorance, bro. You got to grow past it. You got to not be one of the sheep. Be one of the leaders that calls it cannabis. Be one of the intelligent people that lives in reality. And I'll explain to you what I mean by living in reality. If you're calling cannabis weed, and weed means useless, then you're living in a false narrative. Right? If you're calling it cannabis, exactly what it is, you're living in reality. And if you do something because other people do it, and even though they're wrong, it doesn't make you right. It just makes you one of the sheep, right? It just makes you one of the people who's wrong about something. And you might want to try to debate with me the term weed, but I'll just bring up the definition. And that's the problem I have with every debate that I've ever seen, is people want to argue over definitions of words. And I'm like, there's no argument to be had over a definition. Dude, that's gotta be from a movie. Come on. You want us to believe that? Who's seen that movie? What's up, Drewski? I called it weed since I watched the show. Now I call it cannabis, says Joel Froggy. I love you, Joel. Thank you. And congratulations on going to your first AA meeting, bro. Dude, that is the craziest fucking story I've ever heard. I can't believe that's not a movie. That really happened to you. Well, even though you had that experience, and my experience was completely different than your experience. I had a very positive first experience. Thank you for sharing. I just want to say thank you for sharing that story with us. Cheers, bitter. Cheers, hippie chick. It's cannabis and always will be. Be a shepherd, not a sheep. Exactly, Crispy Cat. I don't know what's going on with the Instagram today, man. Nobody's on IG. But Rumble's looking great, so thank you. And what's going on with YouTube? It's 39 people watching, guys, the show right now. So I just want to say thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's such a compliment to have this many people watching. Sometimes I go live and there will be like 5 people, man, and I'm going crazy. So, yeah, there's some shit going on. You know, Donald Trump, this is funny. Donald Trump's not allowed to speak, I guess, about the court case. Either that or he's just choosing to not talk about it. And they're noticing it. You know, they're like, ooh, where's Donald Trump been? All of a sudden, it's like, not a peep out of him. He owes all this money now. I don't think he's worried about paying, because I guarantee you they're going to appeal that. And he's going to end up, you know, holding that up in courts for years and years. I don't know how much time, if they put a time limit on appeals, But there should be. And if I was president of the United States, I'd put a time limit on things like appeals like that. I'd be like, if you're found guilty, yeah, you can appeal it, and you have this much time to prove your case, and then you have to pay. And it's this much time. Boom. You know? A year, 1 year, tops. You got a year to prove it. Yeah. Yeah, Woody Harrelson doesn't know much about the history of cannabis, and that's not where the term weed comes from. The term weed comes from devil's weed, which is dated back to the days of William Randolph Hearst, way before Woody Harrelson was alive. You know? And, he's like trying to make it sound like it's okay. They called it weed. Yeah, did they know what the definition of weed was back then? You know? Fucking idiot. I mean, Crispy Cat, think about it. Do you really think that cannabis just sprouted up on the roadsides magically in rural areas? Do you really think that? I mean, think how stupid Woody Harrelson is to make such a dumb comment. It doesn't even make sense what he says. You can't even reason that. Like, wow, man, you mean cannabis just used to grow everywhere, Woody? Wow, tell us more. How did that happen? Did Johnny Cannabis Seed go distribute the seeds all over the roadsides of the rural roads? Is that how that happened? Or is it from all those rural people smoking all that cannabis, you know, and throwing the seeds out of their cars, speeding down the highways in the 20s, you know, in the 1900s, down the rural highways, throwing the seeds out? It doesn't even add up. You know, and if people were growing cannabis, I guarantee you they were growing it on their own property, you know, where they could harvest it, not throwing it on the roadside. It's just hilarious. Woody Harrelson is a douchebag because when people tell lies like that, they make shit up. It just makes it worse. Now there's more people using that terminology, you know? Followed NYNEB3. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. See you on Kick some more, buddy. Welcome back. Welcome to the Kick family. Fox Warrior Gaming. Love giving love to other streamers. Keep up the good work, brother. Fox Warrior Gaming 4. Who are you? Following since January 29th, 2024. You are following Fox Warrior Gaming 4. You are following NYNEB3. You are following Drewski. Okay, cool. There you go. Followed you guys. Your brain hurts now? You can blame Woody Harrelson for that. Woody Harrelson thinks he knows something about the word weed. And he made up some bullshit. It doesn't even make sense. And put it in a fucking documentary. Because he's an asshole. I'll continue to call it cannabis. I know people might not like that, whatever. I'll continue to call it that. Nick, what's up? I'm sorry your brain hurts. Why does your brain hurt? Your brain hurts because Woody Harrelson said they called it weed because it used to grow on the sides of rural roads. God, it's so stupid. What a stupid thing to say. You know, actually, they probably called it weed because it grows extremely fast. Like weeds do. Probably. And that's just me doing this. Have you ever grown cannabis before? I've grown all kinds of plants. All kinds. Vegetables, stuff. You name it. The only thing that I've seen grow faster than cannabis is a pole bean. Dude, I don't even, I'm just fucking reasoning shit. But I'm sure people called it weed for different reasons. But, William Randolph Hearst calling it devil's weed encouraged a whole bunch of people to start calling it weed to throw it back in his face. And that's a reason a lot of people called it weed. Because they didn't appreciate William Randolph Hearst calling it devil's weed. The devil's weed. The devil's lettuce. So people were like, fuck you, old man, you fucking cunt. We're going to call it weed. Fuck you. And, that worked for a while. Until Cheech and Chong came along. We want to smoke some weed, man. Yeah, I want to smoke some weed, man. And by that point, the word just became useless to the cause. It makes you sound fucking dumb. Hey man, I'm sorry if you don't realize that. I'm sorry if you think it makes you sound cool. It makes you sound fucking dumb when you call it that. And people who don't like it, when they hear you speak like that, it reinforces their hatred for you and the drug that you're using. Daniel Kennedy, what's up, buddy? Oh, yeah. Well, they definitely popularized the word. And they did it in a negative way. They made themselves look like two idiots who couldn't function when they were high. That's the way they made cannabis look. So I'm going to get more high and see how little I function. Edwin Sparks, good morning. Good morning. I can't open this jar. Oh my God. I said I couldn't open the jar, and then I magically opened the jar. What happened? Did I squeeze it? Is that what I did? I do not know. Okay. Here we go. Biden has become much more aggressive in the way he's addressing Donald Trump. It's obvious. He gave a speech yesterday. I think you guys are going to enjoy. I told you guys a couple days ago, I go, this election's going to be fucking hilarious. I told you guys. And sure enough, man, Biden's all chest out, man, puffied out. No, Trump. He's starting to lose his marbles. He doesn't know the difference between Nancy Pelosi and Nikki Haley. He called my son what? What did he call my son? You guys have to see this. You have to see it. It's gonna get rowdy. Diggs BT Dub 7, what's up? What's up? We got sun rings for, we've got sunbeams for smoke rings. Oh, and I got Kapapi! Who's ready for a Taylor Swift Super Bowl? Oh, are you one of those Republicans? Why not Taco? Are you Republican? You think it's rigged, right? Oh, the Super Bowl's rigged.
Where's Rascal?
He's rascling around.
Where's Rascal?
He's rascling around.
He's rascaling around. There
Oh, Kimberly, hello. I didn't put the time in. I'm a horrible person. I'm a horrible person. I didn't put the time in. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, never. J-E-A-L-O-U-S. Oh, thank you.
No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody.
Can't find her. What? She'll come.
30 people. I usually wouldn't do this, but I have to go, guys. I love you guys. I hope you had fun. I will see you guys later. Oh, right on, Taco. You're not one of those Republicans. Okay. One of those Republicans who thinks it's Taylor Swift is going to promote Joe Biden in the middle of the Super Bowl halftime show. Or it's hilarious. They got this whole... There's a concept. But anyway, I love you guys. Take care. Bye. I'm at Nay's Garden on Twitter. Come follow me over there. All right, you too, Justin.